Welcome back to another episode of JayBee and Millie. Now today we have a speed build, but a bit of a different one that you guys probably weren't expecting around this time, or at least not with us, or even me, because of course Millie usually takes on these speed builds, but we had this idea, I believe in a premiere a couple of days ago, that we really wanted to bring some Hanukkah goodness to Animal Crossing New Horizons. So as we can see, JayBee on screen is sporting a very Hanukkah-y looking sweater there, and it's amazing. Now, I know it's a bit of a shock to see JayBee out of his usual orange attire, but I just thought I'd get all dressed up for the Hanukkah season because this is absolutely incredible. Oh, I also really wanted to find a hat that I could use to kind of make it as respectful as possible, to use as a YAML key or a kippur, but I really couldn't, so I just decided to go like this. Now, the reason I'm doing this is because I really want to make sure that this season is as inclusive as it could be, and because my father is Jewish, and so I've grown up with a lot of these customs, a lot of these kind of ways about doing things and celebrating, and a lot of these things we did to celebrate Hanukkah, so hopefully I can bring that to you guys. I'm not claiming to be Jewish or to be an expert on Hanukkah. Again, it's probably one of the only Jewish traditions that my father insisted that we celebrate. We didn't have to go through Yom Kippur or anything like that, so yeah, this is incredible. Now, you can wear this sweater as well. Huge thanks to Annalise for sending this to us, but if you want to find this sweater, the creator code is MA900615138919. So that will be in the description below. There's several others such as CoCo's Dreidel game, a Hanukkah path which is looking absolutely amazing. We've also used a menorah. Now for those of you guys who don't know what that is, that's a candle that Jewish people use to celebrate with every night of the Hanukkah. And this creator code is 532791190045. That'll be in the description below, and if you want to see that in action, I believe we're going to be using that in this speed build today. Wow, this is absolutely incredible. There's also a lot of tweets that Annalisa has sent me to celebrate Hanukkah, so I'm also going to be trying my best to include them in the description as well, because admiring these did give me quite a few ideas, and I always want to make sure to kind of credit where we've got ideas from. So yeah, without further ado, let's get on with the speed build. Okay, so this is our Hanukkah room. Now, I apologize, I was gonna make this as kind of traditional Hanukkah as possible, but about a quarter way through it, I was like, you know what? This is me speaking mostly as someone with a background of someone practicing Reform Judaism, not, anything like that. Like, gosh, that word just escaped me. The very strict Judaism, what is it? Orthodox, yeah. So I just thought, okay, so I'm not an expert on Hanukkah, but what I can do is really share with you guys what Hanukkah meant to my family growing up, and just going through that. So what we have here is the menorah, or I guess as my parents would call it, the Hanukkah. Oh, and there we go. I believe there's meant to be a few more, and I honestly couldn't find a place for a custom design, but I really wish I could. Honestly, there's a bit of space to the right hand side there, so I'm very tempted to put it there just to make it as accurate as possible, because we do actually have a menorah. So what do I do? Do I display it here? We don't really know. It's canvas, I believe, not canvas. Display here. Painting, that's it. There we go. So let's just go back in here, and we can place this nicely in the corner. That's beautiful, that is. So yeah, we would light the Hanukkah for every night of the Hanukkah, and we'd always have a fireplace. So this is actually based on, I guess, my parents' living room. So my mum would always be here by the piano. It was never really tuned properly, but that was the kind of version that I was used to. I really wish we could close the top here, because this is why we have the photos down here, because we'd always take Hanukkah to kind of appreciate extended family, because they live so far away. My mother's parents, were born in India and they moved over to Canada, so a huge chunk of our family is in Canada, and my father's side of the family is scattered all throughout England, so we hardly ever get a chance to meet up properly, especially this year. So these pictures would actually be on the top of the piano, so as we played and as we could kind of overlooking us eating, the extended family would be there. Of course, there's the exchange of gifts. We never really did gifts at Hanukkah, to be honest, but it's just nice to have these little things here. And we'd always exchange, I guess, memories. So we'd try and make each other some scrap cards. We'd try and find an old photo to present. So this is what these represent here. Now, I was really disappointed, because in a lot of people's builds, they have gone through the effort of finding some of the locked items, which I believe you unlock in New Year, which is the kind of little donuts, because I believe eating is a big part of it. But I have an apple here, and I think this is more for the Jewish New Year, but one thing my father loved doing at all these occasions was chopping up a red apple, dipping it in honey, and serving, I guess, a portion out to everyone. That's a distinct memory that I have from these holidays, just having some sliced apple dipped in honey. And of course, let's see if I can just adjust that slightly so we can have JayBee sat down. No! Too much honeyed apple. But yeah, this is our dreidel here, which I've only ever played 2 or 3 times, and I couldn't get the hang of it. I believe I played it in a synagogue, actually. But there we go. So yeah, we've got a picture of Reese and Cyrus there, because of course a lot of family would be a married couple. We'd have some mementos from that, and this is probably the most out of place item in this build, but it's something that I couldn't not include. Oh my gosh, my dad has this coffee maker, and he's obsessed with it, and I'm obsessed with it as well. We probably drink a bit too much coffee collectively, but always after we finished eating, we'd go over to the coffee machine, get some coffee, and then bring it back to enjoy at the table. So yeah, I hope you guys have enjoyed this short Hanukkah build. I know it's probably taken me a lot longer than Millie would for a Millie Makes. She is so good at finding items and planning where to build things, and this is very much just something that I wanted to do, I guess, because I know that a lot of my Jewish friends and my father and a lot of people in that community would really appreciate some representation at this time. Oh, it's just, I don't know, just looking at this makes me so happy and it brings back so many great memories. My only regret is that the game doesn't have more Hanukkah based items. I'm not sure what they could include, but a lot of these talented people have used custom designs like the Hannukah and my, I guess, Star of David sweater. Oh, it's just beautiful. And again, you can find all these designs in the description down below. I can't recommend them enough, and you need to check out the Hanukkah path because oh my gosh, it's so good. I'm actually so tempted to make it the primary path for Militopia 1. So yeah, I really hope you guys do enjoy. Please don't fear, Millie will be back with some more Christmas based speed builds at some stage and some winter speed builds. We are really looking forward to doing that. And if anyone can come up with some more Hanukkah based designs for me to do, I'd be more than happy to maybe make a more traditional view of Hanukkah. But yeah, if you do want to see that, please like, comment and subscribe. JayBee and Millie.